Okay, it's February 27th here today. Working on the planner. It's basically done. I do got to grease it. I'm going to check these wheel bearings here, make sure they're all okay. I'm going to pull these pins out here and put anti-seize in them because they do get locked up and all that, all the moisture in there. So I got that to do to this planter. I got to put a singulator back in. It's over on my workbench now. I picked it up at lunchtime. We took the singulators out to plant wheat, so I'm putting them all back in now. As I said, got one left. A couple of them were broke, so I'm working on that right now. It was basically done Friday between hauling grain and all that. But other than that, it's ready to go. Waiting on my dealer to come out. For some reason, it will not unfold. It keeps saying I'm moving. But if you look on the monitor, and you can see a speed shows 0, so I've unplugged those 2 speed sensors. Then all I can do, I've actually changed monitors, because we run, well, it's another monitor, but the software and all that don't jive back and forth, so I've put both monitors in there, and they still say it won't unfold, because it's supposedly still moving, but when you're in a shop, you're not moving. But other than that, that's basically going to finish this planter up. Not much to do to it, but I do want to unfold. I do want to unfold it, and then if they don't get up here quick enough, maybe just have to take it up to the shed. They are saying could be a snow here Friday, so I plan on Thursday taking it to the back to its shed, getting it out of the way. Liquid fertilizer, we're not ready to try anything out that year. Try anything out there yet? Get it calibrated. We're still the first of March. We're basically the 1st of March, so. It wasn't blowing so hard. It's like we're 45-mile-an-hour winds right now. I would fire up my tractor and kick on the PTO and get it warmed up. The PTO gearbox, I could drain it real quick and change the hydraulic filter. I want to get that done. There's my jack. I threw it in there so we wouldn't forget it. Down here, went back to unhook it, but other than that, but yeah, I don't want to open my door in 40-mile-an-hour winds. Don't want to rip my door off, so it's just kind of nasty and all that. So that's hopefully, and tomorrow I go with my seed dealer. We're going to my seed dealer, and we make our VRT seeding maps for corn and beans both. So might be able to get it done after lunch, or maybe later on in the evening. Just come back here and fire it up and just let it drain. But we are going to be hauling corn again Wednesday. I would say 2 semi-loads, ballpark, at one farm, and then we'll have a truck and all that. We'll have a truck or maybe 2 trucks to empty out, and then I can go to another bin and top them back off. That's pretty well about it. Not much going on. Kind of counting down. There's a cat taking a nap. Mama. Maybe somewhere, and dog's outside playing. Other than that, not much going on. I am fighting a mousy smell in this tractor. A buddy here gave me this ozone thing, and it did work quite well. I ran it for 2 spurts of about 10 minutes, so it did really help. I want to thank him. He does subscribe to the YouTube channel, but I'm not done with it. I'm going to try and run it and a little bit. And yeah, I don't smell anything at all. I had the windows open. It smells great in here right now, and I am going to do a smoke bomb or perfume bomb, they call it. I'm going to drop one of them in here as well. Got to clean the cab all out too, which that's no big deal. And I do got to change, this has got to be serviced and ready to go since it will be here this spring. Change the fuel filters, drop the oil in it and all that. And the hydraulic filter was just changed last year, so I'm not too concerned about it right now. Would love to have it done, but probably won't get it done now. I would love to get it done before I go to New Orleans, or not New Orleans, back to Orlando. But I'm hoping Monday, maybe. I'm hoping basically Thursday, get this off and get my other planter in here and all that, and it'll be warmed up. I can drop the oil and put the oil back in at Friday, because they're saying Friday is supposed to be snow. Could be, who knows? Still way early, so time will tell. But do got to get that done. I do want to get that done before we go to Orlando, because we leave next Tuesday for Orlando for Commodity Classic with the cab and all that. We are driving down. I don't fly, so wife and I are driving down. So Got to get it in here. It don't need much of anything as well. I mean, just greasing, checking up. Precision Planting, my local dealer, is going to come out and put on my other smart firmer, and then I'm just going to have them CMI it. What I could tell when I looked through it real quick, didn't need anything. Yeah, it's just basically, this will be its third season, so don't need much at all, anything. Anything I can see looked good to me, so. Do got a gator. I want to get this one ready. Well, my other one over there, need to get it. The oil change in it too. Do got some clover seed I want to spread. That's why it's still on. May try and do that Wednesday on some wheat. We got about 3 or 4 acres. I mean, not much at all. Just kind of where we're not going to plant beans, but we're going to kind of do some waterway work. We want to have some clover and on some windrows. I'm going to sow that. This needs a servicing. Kind of holding off. Well, kind of thought it might get froze again. Could go out and do some grinding. I mean, I think the grinding's pretty well done on the freeze. It wasn't all that bad moisture-wise there 10 days ago, 2 weeks, give or take. I'm not really sure exactly, but it wasn't too bad. Do got some more rock at a farm I want to move around, rip wrap around some washouts. Have not been able to get back up there. I think I could have went up there last week or so before the one rain, but man, it was just, I don't want to make a mess around the edge of the field and start a place for it to wash. So I just as soon not go up there till it's frozen, all that, and then even on the freeze, you're going to make if you're spinning around so much, you're going to make a track where it can kind of wash. But tracks are kind of clean. I want to keep them that way. Man, it's just a pain in the ass washing all that crap out of there, and just a nuisance. But I do got that. I mean, it's been piled up for, well, be 2 years this fall now. So I mean, it's not bad, but just I want to get it done. And when it was real cold there, that time it snowed and all that, I don't really want to be out there and about 10 degrees below zero and 20-mile-an-hour wind chill. I just don't want to be out there moving rock. That's just not a thing I want to bean you gel up. I mean, it's treated and all that, but still don't want to try it. That's just not my cup of tea to be out there stuck and all that. But hey, not much to do. Get the planter in here, and it's basically up to them, and they can work on it when we go to New Orleans, or Orlando, sorry, I keep getting it wrong. Got a chisel plow. I finally got all these parts to put on it. The top is on, so it's outside. I've been waiting on getting these bolts to get it put on, so I can get them on. I might be able to squeeze it in here. They talk like Friday. If it's nice Thursday, I might be able to squeeze it in here and get it in there as well. I just don't know if I can. I'm not sure if I can get it all in here at the same time. But if it's nice Thursday, I can do it outside on my lean-to and all that and have it ready. The one cultivator we got ready, our older one, we got it ready last fall, or last spring, summer, we got done. We used these last year. They're what they call extended wear sweeps. They are pretty pricey. But we did see where we could basically run all till the last day, and we should have finished the day, but they were just pretty. They had weared into a sharp point and stuff was catching on them. But I'm gonna run these on the front 2 rows of each cultivator, so that will help with the wear. Making it kind of work a lot better. I mean, the front 2 rows do the most of the work. The 3rd row does some too, but we just kind of soon keep the front 2 rows, keep them in there, run them for a while. And then here's all the other sweeps. Same thing, they're not extended wear and all that, so we can put all these on as well, the other 3 rows and the other cultivators. And the bigger one, I'll put these on too behind the tire tracks. I can kind of unfold it, look at the tire tracks, and that'll help me kind of trace all them out and figure out where the tire tracks are and kind of put more of them on there so they can last longer. I think I ended up ordering way too many sweeps. There's 10-inch ripper sweeps below this, but I can basically get the cultivator ready to go this spring too again, or then when we get done, I can pull it in here and get it ready to go again, and take out a lot of these sweeps. I'd like to say we'll use the cultivator in the fall again. I want to. Last year was awful nice, having the bean ground all basically done and not have to worry about it when we got done harvesting. So we shall see on that, but yeah, it's also nice to be able to do some. Just kind of makes it dry better, I think, and just kind of stuff works better and all that. I hate disking. I hate a disc. I hate a disc with a passion. And ours ridges and all that, I just hate it. Just don't seem like it wants to dry out, but I just not a fan of a disc. I hate our case disc. It ridges. Just never have been a fan of it. Cultivator is hard to make work with this case combine. I will adamantly say that. Now the newer 50 Combine's got a better chopper. There are more knives in it. This one here, it's in a spiral pattern, it's in a different pattern, and it does chew up better. Compared to our Massey, though, it's still no comparison. Our Massey chewed up better, but it was a chopper down below. I think the 40 knife would be better. Not positive exactly on that, but I think it would help. But just it's when you got a chopper down below where it's all got to fall into, I just think that's a much better deal. But for corn, you don't even need a chopper anyway. So, I mean, for the most part, it works. It gets by fine. Had no issues with the toolbar plugging up anything, so it's not a hindrance and all that. But and by the way, them spreaders are junk. I wish Case would make a retrofit to change them out cheaply, not try and screw a customer. But that's just my opinion. Case really dropped the ball and gave us that pile of shit right there. Sorry, my opinion noted quite well. And when you can swap it over for $8,000 for the other way is kind of ridiculous. When you can buy it for $3,000 off on a new combine, I don't understand that. But yeah, combine's still gotta go for a CMI. I think my Steiger is basically done. I think what I gathered. So I'm not sure when they'll want that combine. I think they got a few tractors to go through yet, so I'm not sure when they'll want the combine. Like I said, got some grain to haul. Got some beans I want to do on DP. Just kind of core 2 bins out. Just kind of want to get some more beans out and know where I'm at. And all that. I got some corn to go to our nearby cargo facility that's slated to go late March, which they're basically fighting fullness right now. Minimal hours, so like 7 to noon, 7 to 2. Closed for a week, so they're basically approaching full. So, and I mean, and most June, which they're taking a boatload. I mean, 650 corn, or was 650 corn. It's nowhere near that now. They're buying a bunch of corn, So that's a thing there, which good price. And yep, I still got quite a bit left. I don't know, a lot more. Should have sold more, but still, I'm not happy. I'm not too unhappy with it. So sold some corn. The corn that they picked up last week, so it was sold for $6.75. So it's nowhere near that now. That's all I can think of. We got all of our filters in and all that. Chemicals ordered, seeds all done. Everything's done there. Got a guy working on a carburetor on my UTV sprayer for that. It's been bad for a while, but just finally just needed to be gone or get replaced. So not sure which it's basically 3 weeks away from using it. And these are all of our things to retrofit our 4408 corn head, more like a gearing off. Yeah. Kind of figured out the Case head was $7,000 cheaper because you got to put more parts on it to make it work right. And yeah, more expensive. I think it is a good head. I mean, now our problem with Gearinghoff was our head. The neighbors had the same issue. Row 2 would not feed in wet stalks. Have no clue why. Not a clue. Asked the factory rep. We put new knives on it. Kept checking, make sure it was in time. Knives was right. Wet corn, it would pile up when the slip clutch off. I never could figure it out. 3 years worked great. And just it kept getting worse and worse. Now the Case head, we demoed it one day and picked in the rain. I mean, I wanted to push it, or didn't demo it. They never would demo us one. I wish now they would have. I might have had a little hindrance to know not to buy one. Anyway, beside the point. But just a Case head, the Gearinghoff with no comparison. But just what made me want to go with the Case was just the Gearinghoff we had and we could not figure it out. And maybe it's just ours, but 2 neighbors had the same thing. They're both same models. Wish I had a Gearinghoff now in some ways after seeing what much ours was wore for basically a year and a half or 2 years. It's just incredible. But after one guy said, well, hey, them 4 knife rolls was doing all the work, whereas the Gearinghoff had 8. I'm like, yep. And they caught what they call them trash knives to help grab the trash, which we've kind of had some fluff issues, so that answered that problem. And after they said you got 4 instead of 8, so that answers that question. So be kind of a pain now to do, but I'm going to do it this summer. Also, they'll be putting on head. I bought that for this year. Other than that, that's all we really know for this summer. They're going to CMI or draper when we get it out, either before week or after week, not sure really when. I think I do got to flop belts or maybe I can run it one more year. I can flip the belt side to side. The center belt was just new last year, so I think we can make them run one more year. That's really it. I did buy spikes for the cultivator, the one cultivator. 250 spikes, I think it was, for the 34 foot on the 5-bar harrow. So I got them coming. They're pretty well shot, so I need to get all them replaced. That's our 3rd set on them now. So yeah, it's going through a lot of acres. We'll try and get that. I'll get my planter out of here pretty quick, and I may put my stagger on the cultivator and pull it in here and unfold it, and I can kind of put them sweeps on real quick and easy, kind of right in front of here, and that'd make it really easy. And you lock the tires and go from there. So I can do that pretty simple and easy. Pull it in here when the planter gets out, when my planter's done, which when I get back from there, basically the planter may be all done, and just kind of go from there. So that's all I can think of, guys. Not much going on. Kind of running into hard things to do, like today. Kind of not much I can do. Just got to finish that one thing up. I think we're good. I mean, I can grease the PTO shift and all that a little bit, but yeah, just kind of running out of things to do, but yet not. But just kind of got to get stuff, whether to do it and all that. I mean, had it rain today. I mean, it's supposed to be 68 Wednesday, but I do want to get that corn moved before we do leave. I want to get that corn out of there and out of the way. And that way all the corn is basically around home or closer to home. So I do want to get that corn out of there and out of the way and just make things simple for stuff being all back at the house. My trailer's got to go. Don't really know what's going on. This here, the jack, I hit it with the bucket, so I messed it up. But then if you look here at the jack, or down here, it's kind of tweaked. So yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Well, then in the bottom jack, it's kind of got all twisted and all that, so that needs fixed. But that's really about it. Clover seed, I'll probably try and spread it Wednesday between loads. If I can get a calm day, that's a problem. We've not had many calm days in the last 10 days that we spread it, so that's kind of the hindrance there. But 1 or 2 years ago, I spread clover in February too on a nice day, and the frost also killed it in last of March. So kind of making me want to really get real pushy on planting it. But I guess they're all saying it needs to be done now. So I'll try and get it sowed. Maybe get it sowed before the snow and all that, or cold weather comes in. Weed is greening up. It is greening up mighty quick. Looks good. Alfalfa in the last week has greened up too. The weed, I'm not sure. I'm kind of gun shy. Not had much winter on it, or not had much cold weather on it. Kind of gun shy getting a warm snap on it in, say, late March, April. Really put the ding to it, but I guess that's what you carry crop insurance for. I mean, we'll always have a crop, I'm sure. Who knows? But that's kind of gun shot in the back of my head on that side. Not really kind of keen on that one. That's kind of got me a little concerned. We shall see. Sold some more wheat the other day before it all dove off. Sold some wheat for $8. Sold some wheat for next year for $7.80 off the combine. So I'm not going to complain about that because we're nowhere near them ranges right now. I guess I'll end the video there. Well, here, I did get this yesterday for the Milo thing. Come in the mail. So that's for the Milo yield contest, or the sorghum producer, how you want to call it. So that's that. That's all I can think of in the update, guys. That's pretty well about it. Probably won't do a video at Commodity Classic. I probably won't do one. Might do one in the hotel. Not sure. Not sure if we will or not, but hopefully it's nice weather. And I kind of joked with somebody, and me and my seed guys even joked about it, that we'll go down there. It'll be nice weather. We did see they set a record high last week for like 90. So I am hoping it's nowhere near that hot. Like mid 80s is fine, and preferably 70s, upper 70s to 80s is better. But I don't want to have no 90 degrees personally. That's just me. So I'm personally expecting the middle when we get back, middle of March and all that, to April will be shitty and nasty. I mean, I just seem like March always can be kind of crappy and nasty and all that. So yeah, so time will tell. But I hope I'm wrong on that. But can keep moving stuff in here pretty quick and keep getting stuff done, so I'm not too worried about that, so I can make progress. Like I said, this is just killing me right now. I can't unfold it. I can grease a few things, get it ready, but just kind of want it on the ground. Some things you got to grease on the ground to get the pressure off of them. Like this is one of them here, this pressure point right here. That one's one of them that needs on the ground, and there's 2 grease zerks up in there that need to be on the ground to let the pressure off. That's really about it. Like I said, both planters liquid won't be ready. We are gonna put the 290 on this bean planter, so we can have option to run, say corn for a few days, run beans for a few days. So that's gonna be our option. We'll just have to move the conveyor back and forth if we're gonna do any pro boxes of corn. I got 2 pro boxes of corn, so I can't remember what number they are now, but so. Like hopefully have one of them kind of empty and all that, or we'll get one of them emptied fairly quickly and all that. So, and I would say we'll plant some corn first. Just our ground just don't dry out to plant beans. Everything we got, everything I got tiled is all ground going to corn. And we got one field, 26 acres that's going to beans that's on tile, but it's not something I'd want to lay tile because every deer, it's right next to the county park. All the deer in the country will go right to that spot. So. I can at least get it worked down and laid down, though. I can at least get that done to it. But other than that, that's it. Like I said, I could wax the combine, but when it's going to go to KZ to get CMI'd and it's going to get covered in dust, it's really kind of defeats the purpose of waxing it, really, in my opinion. Did that one year and kind of thought that was kind of a waste of time. It did look good, but yeah, just wasn't happy when it came back all dusty and all that, which I knew that, but I was just trying to kill time. But that's really about it, guys. Basically, next week will kind of be a vacation. We're leaving Tuesday morning and then be back Sunday noontime, give or take. Not sure exactly, somewhere. We'll be going through Nashville, Chattanooga, and all that to Atlanta. Everybody says Atlanta's a fun time. Chattanooga is great, I've heard. So, not sure where we'll stop. We're going to kind of play it by ear. How we get going down there. Going down, we hope to get past Tifton, which is past Atlanta. We hope to get past there. Anybody up here is not coming in until I think 2-3 o'clock, so we're going to be kind of by ourselves for a while. Or nobody will be at the hotel really till later on then. That's pretty well that, and be back Sunday noon. That's kind of my goal is to hopefully get through Nashville, but my wife and I said, well, whenever we leave, we want to get there. That's kind of our theory. When we leave somewhere or heading there, we want to get there. So, don't want to get there first thing Wednesday though at Commodity. I want to get there around between 10 and 1 somewhere in there. It's fine. That's when we want to get there. I think the registration desk opens at 10. I think I saw down there. So, the seat guy's not coming until later on, like 9 o'clock. He said how his flight worked out. Well, his wife was going to work and she didn't end up working. So. But that's where that stands. Be back Sunday. I mean, I hope to get past Nashville. That's kind of what I told the wife. We get past Nashville, and like we said down there, we hope to leave around 7 o'clock. So 12 hours puts us. I mean, we won't drive really past the week. Last year we drove at night, but we was basically on 57 and 70 coming home. So that's no big deal. Coming up 41 and all that, and the Pennyroyal, that's not a place I really want to drive at night. Too awful bad myself, just kind of the deer and all that, and being stuck down that way. So if we get out of Nashville, we'll be happy. And I kind of joked with my wife, we get to Evansville, which that's an hour from home, and we kind of said, we won't get that far. I mean, it all depends how traffic is. We'll know more going down how that's going to ride us out. But if we get north of Nashville, I'm happy, because that's just basically 4 hours somewhere in there. And I told the wife we can stay in Clarksville. Clarksville's, I think, a half hour north of Nashville, or 45 minutes north of Nashville, right to the Tennessee line. We can go a little farther and look up. So we'll just play that by ear and just kind of see. But if you don't hear from me, I've been quite a while doing a video. Just kind of forgot about it. I mean, not really much. These videos don't really get much content. Sorry. Not much going on, and I just do it from my cell phone. So it's all taken in one sweep, one shot. So I won't be anything, do everything every day. Uncle I don't know if he knows I do this or not. Don't really care really. few of them know it, but yep, I'm just doing it kind of myself, playing around. Just kind of, like I told a buddy, it's kind of nice to see some videos on there. You can see the kind of the past and all that, so which that is kind of neat. And he kind of said, yeah, it's kind of neat. And seeing all that, I wish I could do a video with my dad, but unfortunately he's not here to do a video because I'd kind of like to see the start or the when he started and all that, because I know it's changed regardlessly so much now. And I guess that's all. I'll leave it at that now. It's yeah, ended up being a fairly long video, and I thought it wouldn't be much to talk about, but I guess I'll leave it at that, and you take care.